Starting from the bottom, Buenos Aires generates $240 billion in GDP. Johannesburg follows with $250 billion, while Riyadh reaches $260 billion. Brussels comes next at $270 billion, followed by Zurich with $280 billion, and Vienna with $290 billion. Warsaw crosses the $300 billion mark with exactly $300 billion. India makes its first appearance with Chennai at $310 billion, Bangalore at $320 billion, Mumbai at $340 billion, and Delhi NCR at $350 billion. China's Chongqing follows with $360 billion, Chengdu reaches $370 billion, Guangzhou $380 billion, and Shenzhen climbs to $390 billion. Taipei enters with $400 billion. Bangkok follows at $410 billion, while Jakarta reaches $420 billion. Mexico City comes next with $430 billion, and Istanbul records $440 billion. Amsterdam generates $450 billion, just ahead of Barcelona with $460 billion. Hong Kong reaches $470 billion, while Singapore stands at $480 billion. Melbourne joins the list with $500 billion. Sydney moves ahead with $520 billion, and Sao Paulo reaches $530 billion. Moscow follows closely with $540 billion, while Milan records $550 billion. Madrid reaches $560 billion. Toronto follows with $570 billion, and Miami enters with $580 billion. Philadelphia generates $620 billion. Boston reaches $640 billion. Houston climbs to $650 billion. Dallas-Fort Worth records $670 billion, and Washington, D.C. stands at $680 billion. The San Francisco Bay Area follows with $690 billion. Beijing reaches $700 billion, tied with Germany's Rhine-Ruhr metropolitan region. Shanghai moves ahead with $750 billion, while Japan's Osaka generates $780 billion. Chicago crosses the $800 billion mark with $820 billion. Seoul then becomes the first city on this list to reach $1 trillion in GDP. Paris follows with $1.05 trillion, and London climbs even higher with $1.15 trillion. Los Angeles takes third place with a massive $1.3 trillion economy. In second place is New York, generating an incredible $2 trillion in GDP. The richest city in the world is Tokyo, Japan, with a staggering GDP of $2.05 trillion.